Hello, Valerie here. I just wanted to give a book review to my friend's book, Fall In, A Veteran with a Gambling Addiction by Dave Yeager. Dave is an 11-year Army veteran and in recovery for a gambling addiction. And Dave and I first met after I found his podcast. He has a podcast called Fall In. I think veteran gambling. Anyway, you could just look on your podcast access and find his podcast. What's so interesting about Dave's book and his story is how he is really vulnerable with his experience and tells it like it is, shares his struggles, and invites others to do the same in his podcast. But he also gives so much hope. And that's what I appreciate about his story and his work, that he gives a space for military service members and veterans and first responders and people who have served the community and the country. And there is a higher percentage of veterans who get involved in problem gambling, and there's also a higher number of people who struggle with problem gambling among people with a substance use struggle, and anyone who's struggling with problem gambling. Sometimes it feels so hopeless because they don't know there's help, or they don't know where to find help, or they go to people for help and they don't know how to help them. And it's like, I used to be, I'm a trauma therapist, and then I got trained to be a problem gambling counselor. It's international certified gambling counselor, level 1 now. And the gambling has to take priority over the trauma, especially if it's an active gambling problem or addiction. So back to Dave. Dave's story is very heart-wrenching, but full of hope. And I know that's what his goal is to let people connect with people who have lived experience and others in the recovery or treatment field, so that people can get the help that they need. So I would encourage you to get his book and read his book. It's not a very long book, but it's very powerful. It also comes with a survey. So at the beginning of the book, there's a survey that you can take on how you feel about people with a problem gambling. And then at the end, there's a survey. So it's sort of like a pre and post survey with the book, which I really value, being a clinician and all. You can read about people or gambling addiction, which is a certifiable mental health diagnosis. And it's one of the few process addictions that is in the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual for Mental Disorders. Even though it's a clunky name, it's just what we have in the United States to work with. And somebody who has a problem with gambling affects 7 to 10 other people. So it's not just about the problem gambler, it is about their community, and the ripple effects are huge. So you want to know about problem gambling, you want to know about gambling through a veteran's eyes, pick up Dave's book, Fall In, A Veteran with a Gambling Addiction, Dave Yeager, and find his podcast on any podcast platform. Thanks.